Alabama Homeland Security officials met with local law enforcement for an overview of the new immigration law. Fox 10 News reporter Letitia Bush was at that meeting. She tells us what they covered.
Your attorneys for your departments.
Homeland Security Director Spencer Collier called it a meeting of do's and don'ts. Most of the law was broken down into smaller pieces to help guide local law enforcement.
We would just like them to take away useful information they might not have already had or gotten and help them make informative decisions when they're out there on the road.
The meeting clarified when officers need to question someone's immigration status. Officials say local law enforcement must have reasonable suspicion before further investigation is done. Now, some would ask, what is reasonable suspicion? Authorities say that includes no driver's license, not being able to speak English, and avoiding eye contact. Officers wanted to know what happens after a stop. By law, local law enforcement has to turn it over to the federal government. The federal government decides who is in the U.S. illegally.
The more information that we can collect on the front end, the better the process is going to be when the federal government goes to make their determination.
Loxley Police Lieutenant Doug Phillips was at the meeting and says dealing with the federal government about illegal immigrants is really nothing new.
We work a lot of criminal activity on our Interstate 10 here, where we see a lot of this that travels through our area, and we have had to work these in the past in coordination and conjunction with the federal agencies.
Officials say they will enforce the new law even as they continue training. They say it's a work in progress. Reporting at Five Rivers, Letitia Bush, Fox 10 News.
And state officials say a formal training session will be set up soon.